àpáta ayé ọba ìjìnlẹ̀ fẹ́ ọba tí ń jẹ́ mi má bẹ̀rù ìjìnlẹ̀ fẹ́ aládé wúrà. Ọba àléni ọba àlánà ọba títí ayérayé. Alápá gagara tí ń gbọmọ rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ òfin ayé ọba akọ̀ máa tìkà lẹ́yìn adúró gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lẹ́yìn aṣù tán. Ṣèbẹ́yìn lọ́ba tí ń dání ẹ̀yin lọ́ba tí ń lani. Ẹ̀yin ni ọ̀gbọ̀gbà tí ń gbára létí ń gbára oko. Ẹ̀yin ni alpha àti omega. Ọba tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọ dé òpin. Kò sí ọlọ́run bírú tiyín. Kò sí ọba bírú tiyín. Ẹ̀yin lọ́ba àwọn ọba aláṣẹ àwọn aláṣẹ ọlọ́run àwọn ọlọ́run. Wàlíyá kálíyá sáàlíyá kájára wàlíyá kásárà. Wàsílíyá wàlí kásílíyá táàlíyá jàlíyá wàlíyá kásárà. Zaliya kajiliya wahara kaliya zinia kaliya kasara. Ralia jalia walia salia kaliya silia wahara. Walia satalia wakalia walia karia jilia walia kasara. Olúwa júbà rẹ lọ́jọ́ tèmi o. Ọba tó nílé ayé, ọba tó láṣàkẹ́ ọ̀run ajúbà rẹ o. Ajúbà gbogbo ohun tó wà lóde ọ̀run. Ajúbà gbogbo ohun tí ẹ dá sílé ayé. Ajúbà sọ́mọ̀ méje ilẹ̀ méje tí ayé jẹ́ kàndógún rẹ̀. Ajúbà ayé kẹta tó wà nù ilẹ̀. Àwọn ajúbà gbogbo igun mẹ́rin àgbálá ayé. Ajúbà omi, ajúbà afẹ́fẹ́, ajúbà ìmọ́lẹ̀, ajúbà ilẹ̀. Ajúbà àwọn òkè 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 òkè. Ajúbà gbogbo ohun ìyanu tó dá. Olúwa gbàjúbà wa o. Olúwa gbàjúbà wa o. Ẹ jókòó. Mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí kọ́kọ́ sọ fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ máa ń sìn wá wá sí ọdún lọ́dọọdún oríṣiríṣi ọdún lẹ máa ń sìn wá wá. Àwọn asiniwá mo ń fi àsìkò yìí mo ń sọ fún yín wípé ẹ jáwọ́nu pé kẹ́ ẹ máa sìn wá wá. Ẹ lọ yí ìwà yín padà pé ẹ wá gbáre. A máa ń kọrin kan ní kérúbù. Wọ́n ní gbáre gbáre kò ní gbáre mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Gbáre gbáre kò ní gbáre mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Ó tó ẹ̀yin obìnrin wa. Ẹ lọ sọ fún àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí o. Pé tá a bá ti ń ṣe festival kan máa concentrate. Wọ́n máa jẹ́ kí fàájì ju nǹkan tá a fẹ́ wá ṣe lọ. Tí ẹ bá tẹ̀ ní ìgbàgbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá lórí Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò yẹ kẹ́ nígbàgbọ́. A ní a fẹ́ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún iwájú ọlọ́sà. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ program ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yìí ń hóye níta. Ẹ mọ̀ pé bá ṣe ń ṣe láyé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń ṣe lọ́run. Nígbà tẹ́ ti pé síwájú ọlọ́sà báyìí, tẹ́yìn ti set gẹ́gẹ́ bí ènìyàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyá ọlọ́sà tí olókun àtàwọn àlejò ẹ̀ náà wọ́n ti set sórí ìtẹ́ wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa wá wò yín, wọ́n máa wo ẹlẹ́dàá yín. Wọ́n á máa wo ẹlẹ́dàá tó concentrate pẹ̀lú ọdún yẹn àti èyí tí ò concentrate. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa fún èyí tí ò concentrate, kì í ṣe ẹni tó concentrate ló máa fún èyí tó concentrate wọ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ẹni tí ò concentrate. So mo bẹ̀ yín mo rọ̀ yín. Nǹkan tá à ń ṣe bí báyìí, it has a lot of spiritual advantage. Lóòótọ́, à ń gbà àṣàgá ni, à ń promote tourism, à ń promote commerce tó jẹ́ òwò ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti Badagry. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká máa fi ọkàn sí wípé nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run dá tí a lè rí díẹ̀ láwọn àwájú ẹ̀ yìí. Tí a bá máa kọrin, wọ́n ní àkìnrídì olókun, àkìnrídì ọlọ́ta, kò sóhun tí kò lè ṣe é. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ní kí ló ń ṣe àkọ́kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n náà wá ṣọdún wọ́rọ́wọ́rọ́ wá ti kúrò mẹ́ wọ́n ní wọ́n ti lọ́jọ́ kò sí di omi ìmí àwọn máa sọ pé òrìṣà ló kàn ń bọ̀ olórin kan tó máa ń kọ nílùú wa wọ́n ní tèmi yé mi tèmi yé mi tèmi yé mi mi àdàmú rí pa tèmi yé mi ọlọ́run dẹ̀ bá mi pàṣẹ sí i wá bẹ̀yìn kì í ṣe torí program tá à ń ṣe bí báyìí nìkan torí the main grand finale olókun ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín aago mẹ́rin ìdájí ló máa dé èyí tó bá dé ní aago mẹ́jọ àbí aago mẹ́sàn-án aago mẹ́wàá tó bá dago mẹ́rin á ti sá lọ èyí tó dé láago mẹ́rin kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ rí program tí ọlọ́kùn máa wà lórí ìtẹ́ tó máa bá wa pé á ti sá lọ ẹ̀fà ń parẹ́ olóhùn pàjá ẹ bára yín sọ̀rọ̀ ó dàbí ẹni tó lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tí ò bá wọn ṣe orí ọ̀fẹ́ ni ó kàn lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn lásán ó dàbí ẹni tí ó bá wọn kírun tán tí ò gbàdúrà ìgbẹ̀yìn kírun ni ó kàn kírun lásán ni mo bẹ̀ yín mo rọ̀ yín kékulé kó sọ fún toko adẹ̀bí sọ fún àwọn custom àtàwọn army pé ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ṣe fàyàwọ́ lé èyí àwọn ọdún yìí ó wọ́n fi jófin ẹ má bà ọdún olókun jẹ́ fún wa ẹ má sọ di ọdún jẹ́ pé ẹ máa wá ṣe criminal ẹ máa involve ní criminal activities ara nǹkan tó fi ń rọ́ọ̀nù okòwò ìlú yìí duties tó ń gbà ní bọ́dà ni ìwọ tí o bá ti lè gbé ẹrù kọjá tó o san duty ó ní charges kan tó máa ń charge ẹnìyẹn ó náà ń pè ní economic sabotage. mo ti lórúkọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe ọ̀pọ̀ orúkọ níbi kó orúkọ báyìí àní fi àyè lẹ̀ bó tilẹ̀ òkè nífẹ̀ẹ́ nìyẹn tó ẹni tó máa kẹ́nìkan bọ orúkọ mi jẹ́ àti send bulk SMS sí gbogbo àwọn members lálẹ́ àná wípé máa rìn pẹ̀lú arms máa hùwà tọ́gìrì máa involve ní smuggling tó bá fẹ́ wá ṣe ọdún kọjú sí ọdún tó wá ṣe tó bá ní ọdún ṣe mẹ́wàá sí ọdún olókun ìwọ tó mọ̀ pé fàyàwọ́ ló wá ṣe táwa ti parí ọlọ́sà já padà sí ilé ẹ má bàa ṣe ọdún olókun kó wọ́n á di pé nígbà tó bá mú ẹ tábà bẹ́ẹ̀ dákun tó bá ní àwọn ọ̀gá ẹ àwọn lọ́dà ẹ bákan náà àti sọ fún àwọn local government chairman any local government tó bá mú ọmọ ẹ̀ a máa suspend the chairman local government for a period of 3 months ó dẹ̀ ṣeéṣe ọmọ tó mú yà máa dismiss a kóònù organization Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni mo jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ OPC ó wà nù ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni kì í ṣe onìkan ni ẹgbẹ́ tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ìwọ̀n ẹgbẹ́ OPU tó wà ní òkè òkun onìkọ́kọ́ ni ẹgbẹ́ tó wà ní òkè òkun so ẹ má fi OPC ìforúkọ mi jẹ́ ní Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò tòró ń dùn mọ́ yín bẹ́ ṣe ń gbọ́ ààrẹ o ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká protect orúkọ ààrẹ ẹ jẹ́ ká protect ìjókòó ààrẹ ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi jàǹdùkú àti àṣemáṣe ẹ má fi tako sí aṣọ ààrẹ Yorùbá sọ wípé orúkọ rere ó sàn ju wúrà àti fàdákà lọ tó mo bẹ̀ yín o ìgbà tuntun la mú yìí o new chapter nínú history wà ládé yìí a gbọ́dọ̀ kóra wa ní ìjánu ìgbà míì wà tí wọ́n fi ìwọ̀ sílò ẹ̀ fi mọ́ra torí wọ̀ níbi tó ń lọ ẹni tó fi ìwọ̀ sílò ẹ̀ yẹn kò níbi kan tó ń lọ wọ́n sọ pé gbogbo ìjà ló máa kọ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ìgbà míì wà wọ́n fi ìjà fọlọ́ ń jà ṣùgbọ́n mi ò sọ pé torí pé ó jẹ́ pé ó fẹ́ fi ìjà fọlọ́ ń jà kó wá di ọ̀lẹ pátápátá o torí ibi tó le là ń bọ́ ọmọkùnrin. tó mo bẹ̀ yín lásìkò lóòótọ́ wọn tí ń sọ mi I'm still Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò designate kábíyèsí ikú bàbá yèyé á pronounce ọjọ́ tí a bá máa wúyè ṣùgbọ́n ọjọ́ ọjọ́ ló bá ti fún yàn ní lẹ́tà wípé o ti di olóyè oyè ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn kó wá wúyè kó wá ṣe nǹkan wúyè fún ẹni tó jẹ́ normal right but èmi sọ anytime tí bá wà ní public àsìkò tí mo jẹ́ Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò yìí èkó akébí èkó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá o ẹyẹ akébí ẹyẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo ògbó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ti sọnù á padà wọlé gbogbo ọmọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ti fọwọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ Olúọ̀run abáwá sí ọwọ́ yẹn kó bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá náà fẹ́ gbàgbọ́dẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ilẹ̀ alanu agbègbè gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá má ní lọ síwájú ìṣùgbọ́n ayérayé agbéba ire olókun ire ọlọ́sà ire egun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáyé abẹ̀sí ń ṣàn wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ìdùnnú àti ayọ̀ àti ògo ńláńlá abẹ̀sí ń wọlẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn ìràwọ̀ àgbáyé abẹ̀sí jáde nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn ọmọ bíi area boys wọn ní wá látọ̀run wọlẹ̀ Yorùbá o ìdùnnú àti ayọ̀ a máa bá wa gbé ọkọ̀ àwọn orí adé á balẹ̀ akọ̀ àwọn olóṣèlú wa balẹ̀ wọn ní bí owó wa mọ́ ọkọ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń ṣe òwò ọkọ̀ wọn á balẹ̀ wàhálà ìdààmú agbágbére fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá Ọlọ́run ọba tó nílé ayé ọba tó làṣàkẹ́ ọ̀run abáwa lẹ́yìn kó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá oko wa tó ti ń kó òòṣà oko á gbà padà ibikíbi tí gold bá wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá máa wá fara hàn ibikíbi tí diamond wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá á fara hàn nínú àwọn omi tá a ní omi ńláńlá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá 99% yẹ crude oil tó yẹ pé wọn ò ní láti ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ lásán abẹ́sí ń jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ láti ẹ̀yìn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa rí o 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 bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa rí o. Gentlemen of the press, this is the first program of Ourroottv Festival. We normally use this boat together to unveil Ourroottv Festival. On behalf of Ourroottv Festival Foundation, on behalf of Ourroottv People's Congress, on behalf of Yoruba Land, I hereby unveil Ourroottv Festival 2017. Thank you very much. lóde ọ̀run tó bá máa fi di ọdún tó ń bọ̀ kéku kó máa ké bí ojú eku kí ẹyẹ kó máa ké bí ẹyẹ gbogbo nǹkan tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ń fẹ́ dáadáa kí Elédùmarè kó wá ṣe fún wa gbogbo nǹkan tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ń fẹ́ ní dáadáa àtẹ̀yẹ́tà sọ síta o àtẹ̀yẹ́tà sọ síta o ní agbára Elédùmarè tó máa fi tọdún tó bọ̀ ọlọ́tọ̀ wá. líre là ń sọ̀rọ̀ atare gbogbo ayé ló sọ pé ata burú ata òsùn ṣùgbọ́n tó bá mọ owó ńláńlá la fi ń kiri ajé ńláńlá kó máa wọlé Yorùbá o ajé ńláńlá kó máa wọlé Yorùbá o igbe ńláńlá ni màálù ń ké owó ńláńlá ògo ńláńlá ayọ̀ ńláńlá iyì ńláńlá àṣeyọrí ńláńlá kó bẹ̀ sí wọlé Yorùbá kí Nàìjíríà má dàrú o ìmọ̀ ọ̀tá lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kò di òfo èpè burúkú tó ń jalè Yorùbá tẹnu Yorùbá òbí kò mo pàṣẹ lọ́lá ọjọ́ tí Elédùmarè dá mi sílé ayé lọ́lá iṣẹ́ tí Elédùmarè rán mi gbogbo ègún burúkú tí àwọn alágbára Yorùbá ti gún tí ò jẹ́ kí ẹnu Yorùbá kò lónìí olùwàbà àpèkún yẹn rẹ Ọlọ́run ló ní ègbè Ọlọ́run ló ní ègún Ọlọ́run ló ní àṣẹ Ọlọ́run ló ní àṣẹ Ọlọ́run ló dá ohun gbogbo ìwé Elédùmarè gbogbo èpè àbí àṣẹ tó ti lò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ń dalẹ̀ Yorùbá láàmú kí omi kó pa orú àṣẹ yẹn látẹ̀lé lọ kí àṣẹ máa bá fẹ́fẹ́ lọ kí ilẹ̀ kó gbé mì èyí tí ò bá ṣe ń gbé mì kí ìmọ́lẹ̀ kó jó dànù kí ọ̀rọ̀ wa kó dayọ̀ kọ́nà wa kó ṣí kọ́nà gbogbo ohun tí a bá dáwọ́lé kó yọrí sí eré àṣẹ tí ò sí f'Ẹlẹ́dùmarè Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò tèmi kó yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo ìtàwọn yòókù ti jẹ kó yàtọ̀ ní dáadáa torí èmi ò ṣe tán ikú èmi ò ṣe tán ikú ẹni bá ròkú rò mí ogún máa. Kí ọ̀rọ̀ wa ó dayọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá bíbá kí ẹ lálùbáríkà. Ọ̀nà kì í dín má dá ọ̀nà kì í dín mọ́ lọ́kọ̀ọ́kọ́ má là kí ọ̀nà má dì mọ́ yín kí ọ̀nà má dì mọ́ yín kí ọ̀nà má dì mọ́ yín gbogbo ohun tí ẹ bá dáwọ́lé kó yọrí sí eré ibikíbi tí aláàánú bá wà lórí gúnmẹ́rà àgbáyé kó wá yín kàn ibikíbi tí aláàánú ọmọ Yorùbá bá wà lórí gúnmẹ́rà àgbáyé kó wá wọn kàn gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń jìyà lókè òkun kí ire bẹ̀ sí wá wọn kàn gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń jìyà ní Nàìjíríà kí ire bẹ̀ sí wá wọn kàn kí a má ṣílẹ̀ tẹ́ o ogun má wọlé Yorùbá o ogun bàdó kó parẹ́ o ogun kìnnàbì kó parẹ́ o ogun olè kí Ọlọ́run bá wa ṣẹ́gun ẹ̀ ogun wàhálà ní ìletò sí ìletò kí Ọlọ́run bá wa ṣẹ́gun ẹ̀ gbogbo ohun tí a bá dáwọ́lé kó yọrí sí eré ìfẹ́ látòdì ọ̀run kó padà sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ìfẹ́ látòdì ọ̀run kó padà sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ìrẹ́pọ̀ látòdì ọ̀run kó padà sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ìgbó nǹkan tí ọmọ Yorùbá ti ń tọrọ tó wà ọ̀tẹ̀ látijọ́ ìkọ́ wa bẹ̀ sí ń tẹ̀ kí olókùn ọ̀run jẹ́ kó tẹ̀ olókùn ayé kó jẹ́ kó wá tẹ̀ ọlọ́sà ọ̀run kó jẹ́ kó wá tẹ̀ ọlọ́sà ayé kó jẹ́ kó wá tẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ igbákejì ọ̀run kó jẹ́ kó wá tẹ̀ balógun òdi ọ̀run kó jẹ́ kó wá tẹ̀ ojú
Ourroottv. We are on newspaper review, whereby we review news of different newspapers. My name is Emmanuel Abiodun and my partner,
Yolawa.
We bring to you the first episode of this newspaper review. It will be coming to you every day of the week. Saraki faces first CCT trial to appeal at Supreme Court. The Abuja Division of Court of Appeal on Tuesday nullified the acquittal ruling of the Code of Conduct Tribunal handed down in favor of Senator Bukola Saraki on false declaration of assets in June this year. Delivering an undisputed judgment in the appeal filed by the federal government against the Senate President acquittal, the three-man panel of Court of Appeal, headed by Justice Tinuade Akomolafe Wilson, dismissed 15 out of the 18 court filed before the CCT. The Court of Appeal held that the prosecution failed to lead to sufficient evidence in support of the 15 grounds. Meanwhile, earlier today, Saraki has indicated his readiness to approach Supreme Court to challenge the validity of the 3 counts upheld by the Court of Appeal against him. Mr. Paul Usoro said Bukola Saraki counsel said the judgment will be studied and that the appeal court will be invited to deliver judgment on the 3 charges with the view of getting them nullified. Meanwhile, the Kwara State chapter of APC on Tuesday said Saraki will be vindicated at the end of the legal journey. The party, in a statement by its publicity secretary, Alhaji Suleiman Buhari, stated that it welcomed the appellant court judgment.
Removal thefts. Olu-Ibadan says High Chief are end of the year entertainers. Who are they entertaining?
I don't know. Maybe they're entertaining the people of Ibadan.
It says
it's funny.
The Olu-Ibadan of Ibadan land, Oba Saliu Adetunji, on Tuesday said the 21 Ibadan kings acted out of ignorance by threatening to recommend his Olu-Ibadan removal. He stressed that despite the level of education of the High Chiefs turned kings, they seem to have forgotten that there were cases in court challenging their elevation by Governor Abiola Ajimobi of Oyo State. A statement signed on behalf of the Olu-Ibadan by his director, Media and Public Affairs, Adiola Oloko, the first-class monarchy, said the king's claim exposed them as end-of-the-year entertainers. He noted that their actions showed that they were feeling insecure about their position in the royal courts after their rush for multiple crowns and cheap royalty. The statement said the king has described the alleged threat of the 21 new Ibadan kings to recommend his removal as an insult to the people of Ibadan, an end-of-the-year entertainment program, while addressing the allegation raised by the kings against Olu-Ibadan unilateral decision on key issues. The statement said that the Olu-Ibadan in council was only an advisor council with no force of law, custom, and traditions backing it.
Oh, that was interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Lagos Ibadan rail line to be completed December 2018.
The government has come again with their promises and promises over and over.
But the rail line is very important, and I hope
very, very important, and I pray that's trusted.
That Lagos Ibadan expressway has been something like a death trap for travelers.
Yeah. Let's
hope it's completed before 2018. The news. The Minister of Transportation, Ourroottv, has said that the Lagos Ibadan standard gauge rail line will be completed in December 2018 and set for commissioning in January 2019. Amechi said this during the end of the year news briefing and inspection of the Lagos Ibadan standard gauge rail line in Papolato, Ogun State. The minister said he was impressed with the level of ongoing construction, stating that the contractors were facing some challenges slowing down the pace of the work. Amechi further said that the Jibowu and Costem bridges in Lagos will be demolished during the process of the construction.
CBN injects $210 million into currency markets.
200 $10 million.
How?
I hope this will actually bring down the price of dollar in the international
Yeah,
markets.
and I pray it's a Christmas gift to us.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah, definitely. The Central Bank of Nigeria said on Tuesday it had injected $210 million into the interbank foreign exchange market, extending efforts to boost liquidity and elevate dollar shortage. The bank said in a statement it has released $100 million earmarked for the wholesale market, $55 million for small businesses and individuals, and $55 million for certain dollar expenses such as school fees and medical bills.
Wow. That's interesting. 2 robbery suspects killed in Nsukka. Crime.
Only God knows where this world is going to now, because every day, every night, every blessed day, you surely hear of crime. Crime scenes, crime and crime.
It's well, my dear. Police in Enugu have had a shootout with a gang of robbers and cultists within Nsukka town and gunned down 2 notorious suspects. The incident happened on the 9th December, according to the state public relations officer, Ebere Amarazu. He said police recovered 1 locally made single-barrel gun with 5 cartridges and from the suspect. The killed suspects have been identified as Igwebweke alias Ito and Ifeanyi Aya alias Hero. The police public relations officer said that the 2 men were members of the Vikings cult group that have terrorized the university town of Nsukka. One of the deceased, Ifeanyi Aya alias Hero, was the capo of the Viking cult group in the university town of Nsukka. He said police swooped on the robbery gang after they have received the distress call. Its members were operating along Agbogo Lane and disposing people of their belongings. It was further gathered that suspects engaged the operatives in gun duels and they were overpowered by the operative, leaving suspects fatally injured, while other members of the gang, suspected to have touched by bullets, escaped through the bush. The police PRO said manhunts on the fleeing suspects have been intensified. He urged hospitals and clinics to report promptly anyone seeking medical attention for suspected gunshot injury. I hope they are apprehended seriously, because the case of robbery in Nigeria has increased, so we need it to be calmed.
Increasing cases of heart failure worries cardiologists. Let me even ask, what is heart failure?
Heart failure, cardiac arrest. To my own understanding, I think heart failure is the inability of the heart to pump blood as it should be.
Consultant cardiologist, University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State, Ikechukwu Oga, has raised the alarm over the number of Nigerians dying of heart disease. Oga spoke at a seminar in Lagos where heart specialists gathered to sensitize members of the public on the dangers of heart failure in the country. Oga also said it was high time Nigerians pay attention to their lifestyle by going for regular checkup in order to pick some life-threatening diseases earlier. Heart disease is deadlier than HIV and all forms of cancer except that of the lungs. This is because 50% of people living with heart disease don't live for more than 5 years before they die. The common cause of heart disease is unmanaged hypertension, and is the reason why we advise patients to avoid anything that will raise their blood pressure levels. A healthy lifestyle and good diet will go a long way in reducing the cases of heart failure in Nigeria, he said. Another consultant cardiologist with the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Idiaraba, Prof. Amam Mbankwe, who described heart disease as an epidemic, called on government and pharmaceutical companies to subsidize the cost of medications. The heart specialist, however, said, the most importantly, Nigerians must be educated on symptoms and signs of heart failure to reduce the number of sudden deaths. Producer, director, hope you can hear. Oh, don't give me unnecessary hypertension.
Hypertension and endurance. I don't know, maybe it's because of the recession and the difficulty Nigerians face every day. Why hypertension is on the increase, to be fair.
Yes, it is.
Oh, another crime. Man arrested for allegedly hacking wife to death.
That's one is
marital problem.
It's very, 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 very serious because I don't understand.
What can you say about this?
I don't understand why a man will hack his wife to death.
But to be fair, what did the wife do?
No matter what the wife has done, no matter what, it shouldn't.
Yeah, I didn't go with this.
That's it.
It's bad. The Niger State Police Command has arrested a 50-year man, Bamayi Tako, for allegedly murdering his wife, Auta. According to the police, Tanko, who hailed from Magogi village in the Mariga local government area of Niger State, allegedly hacked his wife, Auta, to death. His wife of 10 years to death following an altercation. Tanko, according to the police, threw the cutlass he allegedly used to kill his wife into a nearby bush in a bid to cover up for his crime. Tanko said his late wife starved him of food for 5 days, adding that he attacked her in the heat of an argument. Regretting the incidents that led to his wife's death, however, Tanko said it was the work of the devil and advised men to always keep their anger in check. The acting PRO in Niger State, Peter Sunday, said Tanko has already been charged to court. But looking at this news, it's not fair killing someone just because of food. This is actually
like they usually say. The way to a man's house is stomach.
But killing the wife is not reasonable. I expect the police to take up this matter to the next level and see it to the end.
Oh, good. Gani Adams tax Yoruba on cultural promotion.
Ourroottv.
Definitely. It's just all about culture. And Dr. Gani Adams has already helped to promote Ourroottv.
That's nice.
The Ààrẹ of Yoruba land, Dr. Gani Adams, has called on Yoruba people to promote their cultural heritage in all ways possible, saying it is the only unique identity they have as a race. He said this yesterday at the annual Ogun Ajobo Festival held in Ikorodu Town Hall, Lagos. Dr. Adams noted that celebrating the Ogun deity is always a unique experience because it is usually celebrated on the season of festival. Gani Adams said, Ogun is no doubt a popular Yoruba heritage, but its popularity transcends Yoruba land because of its peculiarity. As a matter of fact, Ogun has over the century become a global phenomenon. As popular as this heritage may sound, however, much is still needed to be done to showcase the god of iron and its peculiarity. We have a rich culture in dressing, greetings, eating, and in relating with our god, the Olodumare. Therefore, it will be of joy to see that we rather promote the Yoruba cultural heritage in various ways possible. This is the only unique identity we have as Yoruba race.
Wow, that's true. We really need to uplift the Yoruba culture. Oh, unknown gunmen invade Magu's house, kill policeman. Magu is the acting chairman of the EFCC.
Yes, sir. There's a story I heard that something like this happened in the same residence.
Similar attack happened in the same residence. Funny enough.
Very, very funny.
Unknown gunmen on Tuesday night invaded the bungalow farmhouse of the acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC), Mr. Ibrahim Magu, and killed the policeman. It was learned that the gunmen stormed the farmhouse in Kashi in the Federal Capital Territory at about 10 p.m. and exchanged fire with the policemen on guard. his police sergeant was hit and he died immediately. Wow. This is the second time that the same house will be attacked by unknown elements. The last 10 months have been tough for Magu because of his refusal to bow to pressure from some high-profile suspects and politically exposed persons. Following threats, security was beefed up for Magus and his immediate family, leading to the deployment of policemen to the uncompleted bungalow in Kashi. Some suspected elements had also been raiding Magu's family house in Borno State. This latter attack came barely 48 hours after Magu said that the anti-corruption war would be a do or die affair. But I think Magu is trying to end corruption in this country. Yeah. But attacking him, I think the government should do something about it, because this attack has become something they should really look into. That's what everything is wrong.
El-Rufai signs 216 billion naira 2018 budget into law.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's a very, very, very great amount.
It's a budget, and it's expected to be up to this amount.
Being a budget, will everything be used on budget?
That's not for us to discuss.
Okay. Governor Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State has signed the 216 billion naira 2018 budget passed by the State House of Assembly into law. The budget is made up of 131 billion naira capital expenditure and 85.44 billion naira recurrent expenditure. El-Rufai signed the budget at a ceremony at the government house in Kaduna State on Tuesday. El-Rufai said it is tagged budget of consolidation because it was the last full annual budget before the 2019 election.
Budget, well, let's hope it is used judiciously. That's what we asked for. Agege Stadium to be completed as scheduled, Lagos State government.
The first promise was the railway,
and
another one, Agege Stadium.
But I think this one will be completed because there's a very important event coming up sometime next year.
Yeah, we pray so.
Yes. Bolaji Yusuf, the senior special advisor to Governor Akin Uniambode on sports infrastructure, on Wednesday assured Nigerians that the ongoing reconstruction of the Agege Township Stadium will be delivered as scheduled. Yusuf gave the assurance in an interview after an on-the-spot assessment to the stadium, which he said the pace of the work on it was satisfactory. Lagos State government has directed speedy completion of the remodeling of the stadium ahead of the African Football Confederation (CAF) inspection in December for the 2017-2018 Champions League. He said that there was an intensive effort to get the facility ready for Mountain of Fire Ministry Football Club (MFM) of Lagos for its CAF Champions League engagement next year. I am sure that the stadium will get a pass mark, as we are expecting CAF inspection team by December. The new design are diligently followed, and we are sure to deliver the stadium. This is a good one. You know, the MFM just qualified for CAF Champions League, and they will play it at home in Lagos State. So we expect the stadium to be ready before them. This is a good one.
A very good one. 25,000 people expected at Ourroottv live concerts. Only organizers.
Wow.
I believe, because I'm a great fan, and I believe that this 25,000 people, it's definitely going to be more than this.
This is what we're talking about.
The streets.
And we expect more than 25,000. So I don't know, maybe the organizer should just find a perfect venue for this, because the crowd will be too much.
Let's see how it goes. The organizers of the 4th Ourroottv live concert, Olik 4, on Wednesday in Lagos said that the concert was expected to have about 25 people in attendance. The popular hip-hop artist Olamide Adedeji, popularly known as Olamide Bado, is a household name for his records, mostly in his mother tongue, Yoruba. He busted into entertainment scene in 2011 with his debut album, Rhapsody. which was mainly tunes in Yoruba language, and thereafter signed for a record label YBNL in November 2013. Ourroottv released one of the most sold out albums named Baddest Guy Ever Lived, and followed it by Durosoke and Yemi My Lover. Ourroottv, however, became the first Nigerian to sign an endorsement deal with a private company, C-Rock. The only concert will take place on December 17 at Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere in Lagos. It is expected to start by 12 p.m. and end by 6 p.m. The 3 previous editions were held at the Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, and had attracted large audience, which the organizers describe as organic. Okeke said that the concert venue was shifted to accommodate people who are willing to attend the live concerts, adding that the partnership with Lagos State was icing on the cake.
Wow, only 2017.
2017.
I like the venue this time around.
This time around.
Compared to the
yes, yes.
But the 25,000.
The
organizer should organize for 25,000. Okay. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. 20 vehicles burns as tanker explodes in first stack. Oh, another accident.
Another one.
Another
you know,
accident.
there's something that there's no day, no blessed day that goes by that you won't hear of accident scene, no matter how little.
And funny enough, some of those accidents are avoidable. It's just carelessness on our part.
Carelessness, that's true.
No fewer than 20 vehicles and 4 commercial motorcycles were on Wednesday afternoon burnt when a tanker loaded with petrol fell and spilled its contents on Festac Lake Bridge in Amuro Odofin local government of Lagos State. The fire started at noon and raged for about an hour. Firefighters arrived at the scene about 30 minutes later, but did not have enough water to quench the fire. A witness, Mr. Ourroottv, said that the tanker, coming from Apple Junction and going to Festac town, was ascending the bridge but suddenly rolled back and fell. The impact of the fall separated the tanker from the truck body, resulting in an explosion, according to Popola. He said some residents and passerby attacked the fire with buckets of water to no avail. Popola, who live in Festac, said the fire from the tanker spilled over to a nearby vehicles, forcing the occupants to run, abandoning them. The fire then spilled into a car shop on the foot of the bridge, burning some of the cars, while the attendant quickly drove some out. Furniture items, bags, books displayed for sale on the foot of the bridge were all burnt, he said. The vehicle burns include a 2010 Toyota Highlander and a commercial bus. The fire caused gridlock on the bridge and adjoining roads. A crowd of affected persons and sympathizers gathered at the scene to lament the situation. It was not clear at the time of report whether any life was lost to the fire. Oh, my dear, this is bad.
Very, very bad.
20 vehicles.
20 vehicles. The 2010 Highlander, the car slots. That's much. That's much.
Looking at it, it is avoidable, and I'm sure it's carelessness.
That's carelessness, because how would you carry a car?
How will you tell me a car that is moving will suddenly ascend and the truck, the tank separated from the truck bodies? This is avoidable. Huh? So we have come to the end of newspaper review today. We hope you join us tomorrow where we bring news from different papers. Thanks for joining us. My name is Emmanuel Abiodun.
And my name is Titilayo Lawal.
Till tomorrow, we will meet again. Stay tuned. This is Ourroottv.